I'm be taking a look at a couple more deck lists out of the YCS. You know, in between like the few like rogue decks, it is kind of interesting to see like where the rest of the meta has gone in terms of developments. Alright guys, make sure you smash the crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. Sources will be down below if you guys want to watch the original videos. But we're here to talk about some of these lists. Now, Marincess is the first one to be looking at here. I actually am not that surprised to see the Marincess is still kind of creeping up as a rogue deck. I know a lot of people like to attribute, you know, this deck's success to the fact that people don't generally know how to play around it. And I mean, I do think that is a lot of the case here. You know, when you have a deck that can obviously run floodgates, have a little bit more consistent approach to things, and if, you know, there's a large amount of hand traps within this format, if players don't know the choke points for this deck, you get free wins. So we have triple copies of Astral Blossom, triple DD Crow with the triple Effect Veiler, very standard lineup for hand traps. Triple copies of Blue Tank, still literally your best card in the deck, I think. You have double copies of Pascal. Let's keep in mind that I think a lot of the earlier builds were trying just one, right? You have the triple copies of Seahorse, the one Sleepy Maiden, triple copies of Spring Girl, triple copies of Nibiru, triple Gamma with the one driver. So, and then triple Imperm as well. So, you know what, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 hand traps, 18 hand traps. And then, of course, triple Silent Mining, the one Battle Ocean, the triple Dive, triple Goza Match, and then one copy of the Marincess Wave, wrapping up the main deck. Extra deck down here, one Splash Splash, 2 Sea Angels with the one Marbled Rock, 1 Bubble Reef with the 1 Coral Triangle, 2 Coral Anemones, 2 Blue Sluggaroos, 1 Aqua Argonaut, 1 Eerie with 1 Totally Awesome, 1 Bahamut Shark, and 1 Abyssdweller. Side deck here is 1 Pinkertops, triple Ghost Bell, triple Ghost Ogre, 1 Called by the Grave, triple Cosmic, triple Cynet Crosswipe, tribute a side versus monster and target 1 card in the field, destroy it. That is, in fact, a quick play, ladies and gentlemen, so depending on your situation, you can dodge underneath Mystic Mind for having no monsters. And then we have 1 Harpy's Feather Duster here, wrapping up our take from Marincess here. Next up is the second place Ignister Mathmech deck. Now, I read a few comments the other day that was like, you know, why did the Mathmech decks all get lined up with the Ignister decks? Well, I think for all purposes for the breakdown, I think a lot of people were just kind of wrapping these two up, even though, you know, this is just a very splashed engine into your Ignister deck. Actually, to be honest with you, you might be playing about, what, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're pretty much honestly played about the same number of cards as you are for Ignister stuff. So, I mean, take it for what it is. I mean, both decks, obviously this engine makes this build a lot more consistent. So we have triple copies of Chi, triple copies of Astral Blossom and Joy Spring, the 1 Barururu, the triple DD Crow, the 1 Damari with the 1 Doyon, triple copies of Effect Veiler, triple copies of Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit. Then you have 1 addition, triple Circular with the 1 Sigma. And then you have triple copies of Space Rock, triple copies of Picari, triple copies of I Meet You, the 1 copy of Idol Reborn, the 1 Called by the Grave, triple copies of Cynet Mining with the 1 Fighting Spirit, 1 Ignister Island, 1 Equation, and then triple copies of Infinite Permanence here. Down here in the next deck, you have the 1 Update Jammer with the 1 Transcode Talker. You gotta love OTK shenanigans here. 1 The Rival, and then you have 2 Splash Mages, 1 Link Spider with the 1 Heat Soul, 1 copy of the Dark Templar, 2 copies of Dark Infant, 1 Wick Kid, 1 Axis Machine, 1 Alan Bershin, 1 Light Dragon, and 1 Wind Pegasus. Then, of course, standard triple Ghost Bell, triple Gamma, the 1 Driver, 1 Feather Duster, triple Twin Twisters, 1 Red Reboot, and, of course, Rivalry of Warlords here, times 3, wrapping up your second place list. But you love to see just the power of Floodgates, ladies and gentlemen. Very, very powerful right now. Next up here was Patrick Hoban's list. Now, a lot of the general consensus I've been seeing is a lot of people are happy to see that Patrick is back on the grind here. You know, getting top 32 might not be, you know, a grand win, but it is still a placement relatively high in a tournament here. And I know a lot of people are just very happy to see that. You know, you also see like this splash here of the Sprite package in combination with tier. Like, this is starting to become a little bit more of a norm here, where you're seeing players take, you know, the best aspects of this package and built it in with this, because, I mean, why not, right? Like, it's kind of free real estate. You only have to worry about being locked the minute you smash down, you know, starters. So you can do full combo and then do other things. Feels very Sky Strikery with Orcust. So we have one Fairy Tale Snow with one Deer Note, one Foxy Toon, two Xiamin with one Plague Spider, one Ronin Totem, one Sprite Blue with one Sprite Jet with one Sprite Red, triple copies of Swap Frog, triple copies of Havness, triple Merly, two copies of Rena Heart, you're not trying to go too hard here, and triple copies of Sharon. Then we have one Call by the Grave, two Dark Ruler No More, the triple E-Telly, the one Foolish Burial, one Instant Fusion, the triple Primeval Planet Paralenio, one Smashers with the triple Starter, triple Super Poly. Man, oh man. Just looking out of this weekend here, Super Poly just felt like such an incredible card. You have one Terraforming, triple Talents, and two copies of Solic in the main. Extra deck here we have two Sprite Elf, the one Iria, the one Dahark, one Hauki Fibrax with one Toad, one Time Thief Reader with one Gigantic Sprite, one Chaos Roller, one Baron with one Kitagalos, the one Kaleido Heart, one Draco Stapelia, one Muddragon, and one Garuda. Then we have one copy of Red Resonator, two Big Balls, one Bistoler, triple Cosmic Cyclone, one Dark Ruler No More, triple Econ, one Feather Duster, two Twin Twisters, and one copy of Red Reboot here, wrapping up Patrick Hoban's pile. Next up here is another Mathmech deck. Now, the reason why I want to cover another Mathmech deck is, in terms of your, I want to say ratios for what you're doing in the main deck, I've seen Induction be mainly a side deck card. I feel like a lot of people look at Induction and they're like, you know, there's not much of a point. You know, you can very easily see it be subbed out for a second Super Factorial if you want to go down that particular path. I think that's like the cool thing, like in terms of like your flex spots, you got a lot of cool things that you can do in here. I mean, even so, like you've got room for a Skullmeister in here as well. Like, that's cool to me. So we have triple copies of Ash Blossom and Joy of Spring, triple copies of DD Crow, triple copies of Effect Veiler with two Ghost Bells, two copies of Ghost Ogre. And then of course you got two Edition, triple Circular, triple copies of Diameter with two copies of Sigma. We have two copies of Subtraction, two copies of Nibiru, and then of course Parallel Exceed as a 3 of. I mean, this is literally like another amazing card in your deck. You have one Skullmeister, one Call by the Grave, one Cosmic Cyclone, triple copies of Sign Up Mining, one Equation, two Small World, one Induction with one Super Factorial. Down in the next deck, you have one Update Jammer, one Transcode Talk with one Splash Mage, one Owl Mirage with one Link Disciple with one Link Devotee. You have one Lingaribo, one Griffin Rider with the one Masquerade, one Heat Soul, one Wick Kid, one Axis Code, one Laplacean, and then two Alimbertians. Side deck here we have one Ghost Bell, one Nibiru, triple Gamma with one Driver, one Cosmic Cyclone with triple Lightning Storm, one Dimensional Barrier, one Red Reboot, and triple copies of Rivalry of the Warlords here. Wrapping up another little take for some of the things that you can mess around with in terms of Mathmechs. And once again, you know, have success with this. Like, so many cool things. Last we're going to have for you guys here is Triff's List. Now, the reason why I want to talk about Triff's List is every time I see a Steven Triffanowski list, it is always so weird to me, the ratios. You know, Triff goes to like some very interesting lengths to like test some of these weird ratios. Like Magician's Souls is like his spirit card, I feel like. Just I see this card show up for him so much. It's just, it's always there. I also love that his deck profile cuts out before the reveal of the last card. The comment section says he went to go defend his honor in the bar or something like that. I was like, man, that's great. So with the one Fairy Tale Snow, and then you have this little Sprite package in here that we've seen be splashed by a couple people, because once again, you get to take full advantage of before you get locked via starter, so it's all good. Of course, you got the triple Sharon, the triple Merly, and then of course one Griffin Rider with the one Illegal Knight, triple Water Enchantress with one Jackalope, one Tsuchinoko with one Bigfoot. You have triple Nessie with one Ronin Toad, triple Swap Frog, one Magician Souls, and one Illusion of Chaos. And we have one Instant Fusion, one Smashers, one Starter, two Primeval, one Foolish Burial, one Draco back, the one Faithful Adventure, two Right, and triple Dark Ruler No More. Then we have one Bomber Dragon, one Curious, one Axis Code, one Celine, two Sprite Elf, one IP with the one Iria, one Dahark, one Abyss Dweller, one Gigantic Sprite, one Totally Awesome, one Garuda, one Muddragon, and 1 Kitagalis. And then we got 1 Griffin, 2 Big Balls, 2 Ripple Lava Golem with 1 Feathered Esther, triple Cosmic, 1 Red Reboot, and triple copies of a Pointer of the Red Lotus. Wrapping up your chunk of information that we have to reshare for you guys. So what do you guys think? Please leave a comment down below, tell me what you guys think, and I'll see your beautiful faces back here later in the day, guys. Peace. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.